What up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel, and today I am going to be making a color block sweater. I sketched down my idea and headed to Michael's, and I came on the perfect day because all the yarn was 30% off. So I found the colors I needed, hopped back into the car, and went to the crib so I could get started on my project. For today's project, I'm drawing inspiration from a color block sweater I made 2 years ago when I first started to learn to crochet. I love the fit, but the neckline is a little bit shaky, so I wanted to recreate another color block sweater with a more form-fitting fit and a different neckline. I went ahead and I made the first half of my front panel, and I made it a lot more snug, as you can tell from the difference in the fit. But I'm going to make the second panel to the front, starting at the shoulder, and to get my nice curved collar that I want to achieve, I'm going to go ahead and increase in my last stitch in every other row. So I'm going to make a foundation chain that is the length of my shoulder and then double crochet across. And then my second row, I'm going to increase in the last stitch on one side only. And putting an increase in every other row is going to help me achieve that nice curved collar that I'm looking for. I'm going to also be grabbing some black yarn to put in between each color change so I can mimic the black marker in my drawing. I feel like this will add more to the colorblock theme and make the colors stand out and be more bold. So I'm just paying attention to my drawing, making sure I'm changing the yarn when it's needed. And I just want to show you that doing that increase in every other row on one side is going to help you achieve that nice curved collar. Now, to finish the last row to my curved collar, after your last increase row, do your regular row. And at the end of that regular row, you're going to chain 4 additional stitches and then turn your work and half double crochet across. And that will be the end of the curved collar part of the sweater. So now after this row, just keep the same amount of stitches and continue to change your color yarn. And you can see adding the last 4 stitches to that last row is going to really give you that nice swoop at the end of your collar. So I pinned both of my front panels together so I can see the shape of my collar, and I love the U shape of the collar. Is exactly what I'm looking for. So I'm going to finish the rest of the front panel, and I noticed while I was pinning this together, it was kind of giving me Nightmare Before Christmas vibes. Like, I feel like this is a Sally sweater. I think it's the color and the patchwork, but I feel like she would wear this, like, in today's world if she had to, be walking about. But now I just need to make the back panel, so I'm going to make a chain that is long enough to fit between both of my shoulders and double crochet across. Now, I drew my idea for the front of the sweater and the arms, but I didn't do the back. So I'm just gonna freestyle it and pull at whatever yarn pattern I want, just making sure to keep the black yarn between the yarn color changes and keeping with the color block theme. So this is what I came up with so far. I went ahead and added some increases on the side of my piece when it got towards my armpit, just so that it can fit nicely around my arm. And I'm just gonna continue on my back panel. I was gonna go to sleep after this, but it's so hard for me to stop crocheting when I start, so I ended up finishing the back panel that night, and I woke up to this beautiful piece. I was so excited to finish up the sweater, so I added my front panels to the front, and this is when I started kind of pulling away from the idea of a pullover sweater, and I was liking kind of the vest cardigan look of it. So I'm heading towards more of a color block cardigan for this project. But before I make my final decision, I'm just going to go ahead and sew the panels together. And I love sewing with the darning needle. I get a nice clean edge. Look at that nice seam. And I'm going to go ahead and steam my work before I finish sewing up the top part of the cardigan. Y'all already know steaming is one of my favorite parts of crocheting any garment. I love to just loosen that yarn fiber and add more flow to my piece, and it really does mimic fabric to me when I steam it. So after I give it a nice steam, I'm going to sew the top of the sweater together And I'm gonna try it on just to make sure that the fit is how I like it before I start making the arms. So this is what it looks like so far. This is when I finally came to the decision that I am just gonna leave it as a color block cardigan instead of a pullover sweater, because I know myself and I feel like I would wear this a lot more often if it's a cardigan and I could get more different outfits out of it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I completed one arm off of camera and I'm just loving it. I love the way the colors are meshing together and that color block effect. So I'm gonna look at my photo one last time and finish the other arm of my cardigan and just go ahead and double crochet away until I'm at my last row. I'm so excited to have finally come around to making another color block project because, like I said, I made my first color block sweater 2 years ago and I've been wanting to make another one, and I finally came around to doing it. Of course, I had to steam those arms, so I grabbed an old glove that I had in my closet, put it in the arms, and kind of just used that to help me steam my arms nicely. All that's next is to weave in the ends, and I'm going to add a black border around the entire cardigan, but this is the final color block cardigan. I love the colors. I love earth tone colors because I feel like they go with most of the stuff in my wardrobe. And I like that this is kind of a funky cardigan, but I feel like the colors kind of make it more casual. I could definitely wear this like in more of a streetwear type of vibe with like baggy jeans and some sneakers. But then I could also wear this at work for sure with my kind of dress pants and a shirt if I need to. But I love it. I definitely will make another color block item in the future, but I'm so happy with this, and this is a perfect cardigan for October and the fall weather. So I will definitely get a lot of wear out of this cardigan. And yeah, thank you for watching. I will see y'all in the next video, and hit me up in the comments below. Bye.